Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey guys, can you hear me clearly? My god, it feels like it's been ages since I've come live. Let me just set up. Awesome. So, how's everyone? I hate this entire COVID era because it's just sitting at home getting stuck. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. So, it's very sad to just sit at home, and not being able to get out is also a very big problem. But either way, I hope you guys are also sitting at home as bored as me, doing something productive, hopefully, picking up a skill or learning something, or else you'll just be sitting at home very bored. Right. So today we're going to do the weekend research. It's been a while because I wasn't well. I was having a viral, not COVID. Oh, thank God. So I was just having a viral and I was recovering from it, and it took a while to actually recover. So it was quite sad. Right, but no issues now. Mostly recovered, 95% back to full health. 5% is okay. Nice. Yeah. So I hope you have your coffee or tea. Today I'm having tea because I'm staying off coffee a little bit until I recover. Green tea for a lot of people who are asking. Either way, crypto down. Yes, crypto's down. It keeps happening, man. I mean, crypto keeps going up and going down. Nothing new about crypto going up and going down. Yes, it's going down. Yes, it will eventually go up again in the future. So don't stress too much about it. The only reason you'll stress too much about it is if you overbought something and you didn't follow your risk management protocols. That's when you would be scared. Or else you would not be worried about crypto going down. In fact, you would be very happy if crypto is going down so that you can buy more of the good coins that you have. Either way, today is not about crypto. Today is about weekend research, and today is a donation stream as well. So let me go to that first. Okay. Now, firstly, I don't know how many of you all remember this, how many of you all are still new to the channel, but we had said, we started this thing somewhere in October, where we said all the weekend research sessions, whatever money that we get from those sessions will be going to charity, right? And what charity? We are planning to educate at least one child, and approximate education for one child I think is around 40 to 50,000 rupees per year, which was a big task at that point. I thought it was a big task. So a lot of people were doing super chat. Super chat is basically donating here. So a lot of people were doing super chat, and some of the videos did really well on the weekend research. Used to go to 30k, 40k, 50k views, and that used to generate some kind of revenue as well. So I'm going to show you exactly how much have we raised from super chat, how much have we raised from, how much did we get from ads. I'm adding both of that, and we will donate right now in front of you live. And since we're always going to do everything with respect to community, which is me and you together, I want to take your opinion also while doing the donation. Cool. Awesome. So let's do this first. Let's finish this off. Let's finish this good deed. And then after that, we'll move on to our session. Okay. So that I don't know about you guys, but it's a very proud feeling for me. Right. Okay. Let me just go to, yeah. So this, I just made an entire, let me just zoom in a little bit. So a couple of things have happened. So September 11th is when we started the weekend research charity stream, for a lot of people who don't know. So we've been doing this from quite a bit, which is crazy. So I've just outlined all the ad revenue, all the super chat, and there's something called YT Premium, which I didn't know existed. But YT Premium is like, so for people who take the premium model and do not want to see ads, this is for them. So you get a small portion of revenue from them as well. So just to give you guys a summary, we have done approximately, how many episodes, dude? 5 to 8, around 13 episodes we have done till now. Okay, total of 13 episodes that we have completely done. Apart from that 13 episodes, the ad revenue, ads from what people are watching, the total ad revenue for these 13 episodes are approximately 49,100 rupees. The super chats which people have donated over a long period of time is approximately 9,164. YouTube Premium, I don't know what this is, but it still adds up to 2,251. So all these things have come in the last 3 months, right? Everything's added up inside this itself. Then apart from that, I remember there was one guy called Rajat Sharma who donated 3,000 rupees on some normal video that I was doing by mistake, and he thought it was weekend research. So obviously I'm not going to take that. I'm going to put it into the charity stream itself. And Diwali, when we did the Diwali Nestle giveaway, the guy said that give me out of that 15,000 or 19,000, you donate 6,000 to charity and keep the remaining, give me the remaining and give 6,000 to charity, which was also a very noble deed. So adding all of that, right, total is 49,100 from ad revenue, 18,100 from super chats and from the audience, which is you guys. So everyone had something to add to this, whether you gave super chat or whether you did it through ad revenue. Even by watching this video, you're directly there, right? Finally 2200, totally it's 69,515. Okay, so let's round it off to 70,000 is what I would say. Okay, 70k, and this I think should be able to sponsor a child's education for sure. And this is something that we did in the span of 3 months, September 11th to December. I didn't do many weekend research streams. Why? Because I was not feeling well, and it was the end of December. So we're going to do this right now. So I need your help now. So I'm just going to mill up. I have put filters with provide tax benefits and education because I want a legitimate organization, because a lot of people on Millap sometimes don't put legitimate stuff. Now over here, there are a lot of people who want, there's two options I can do, right? One is I can go here and donate directly right now, or I can go to that Akshaya Foundation or that Sparsha Foundation that I was talking about and donate it there as well. So I can do either or, but I thought because this is more direct, I wanted to do it with you guys, right? So there are a bunch of things here. I want you guys to help me with what do you think is inspiring, and I want to see the legitimacy of it also, because I know that sometimes people try to do scams here, so I don't want to fall into a scam. So we'll look at some legitimate stuff, right? One that seems very legitimate is this one. Help 325 plus students in rural BL to continue education. It's already raised 17.57 lakhs. It's already raised 17.57 lakhs, and it's by Rise High Public School. So this is one. Okay, so this is one. The second one would, the way I'm seeing it, one second, I'll tell you. I want something that is from a legitimate organization. Okay. Hence, anything that is sponsoring a child's education that helps them become much better, that will be great for me as well. So I'm just looking at a few options. You guys tell me if you see something as well. I'm looking at the chat also to take your feedback. I'm planning to donate Sindhu Sakalp Tash. Oh, that's damn good, man. That's damn good. That's damn good. Do a small bit. I mean, you don't have to do this. This also has raised a lot of money. Help the girls stay in school. Oh, this is about child marriage. Oh, this was beautiful. This was beautiful. Okay, I think this seems like this one, and there is this one for a school in Ladakh. This is the school in Bihar. Help us teach 250 kids. Let me open this as well. So these are the three options that I can see. So one is help 325 students in rural Bihar to do online education by Bal Mangal Educational Trust. Okay, which is interesting. And what is there? Where is this? Our monthly fee is usually, okay, 80% are unable to pay regular school fees due to COVID and lockdown. We never collect fees in advance for the quarter or full year like other schools. We charge fees on a monthly basis, which is easier. And they've raised a massive amount of money as well. So this is one. Okay. Second one is this one. Okay, which is support Samarthya Transform Public Education in Ladakh. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So this is for students in Ladakh, I'm assuming. There are more than 900 government schools, 25,000 children being taught with 5,500 teachers. See, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want you guys to help me make the decision, because whatever we've done is community research. They've raised around 2 lakhs of 6 lakhs. So this is number 2. It's always important to read everything, right? And the third one is help us teach 250. It's raised around 1 lakh out of 5 lakhs. Help us teach 250 kids. We want to upgrade classrooms by adding desk benches, etc. This is in a school in Chennai, created by TM Srikanth, and he's, oh wow, he's put everything, right? The total cost of student chairs. This is more about the infrastructure for a particular school so that they can help people up. So okay, I'm going to put the 3 options for you guys on the chat. You guys let me know what to do. Okay. One is, okay, I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3. This is Bihar is 1, Ladakh is 2, and this is 3. So I want you guys to tell me what is it. We'll do it right now. Donate equally in all of them. That would be great if the amount was higher. The thing is, I know for a fact it takes approximately 50,000 to sponsor one full child's education, right? So hence I want to put everything into one stream, and don't worry, we'll do this every quarter. Now Jan, Feb, March का भी revenue April में हम लोग डाल देंगे. So we'll do this every quarter. Educating a girl's family, girls is equal to educating. I completely agree about education is like boss the number one. I will not say anything against education, right? Degree, not so much. Not a big fan of degree, but education, 1000%, thousand percent. Education is the most important. So I want you guys to vote 1, 2, 3 options. Again, just coming back to the options. One is 325 students in rural Bihar. Second one is a school in Ladakh. And third one are helping a school basically do some benefits. Okay. Very good. Very good. Looks very interesting. What is this corporation? Samarthya. Just checking one sec. Oh, no, not this. Okay, so I think 57%. Okay, I'm going to stop the votes now. 57, yes, 57% will do it. You said you will do double. I said whatever you guys donate, I will match that, and it's according to the sheet. You get whatever super chat I've got is 18k. I've tripled it, not doubled it. So it's totally 49 plus 18 plus 2 is equal to 69.5. I'm gonna do 70k and leave it there. And this is something we did in 3 months. Imagine what we're gonna do over the course of a year. Okay, so everyone agrees to this. 56% are saying donate to Ladakh, and I completely agree. It should be there. Chalo. Okay, without taking any more time, let me just donate now. I'm gonna do 70,000. What is this tip? What is this tip? Milap charges no fees. We rely on donors like you. I want to put most back into it, so I'm gonna. What is the tip amount here? 4% is 2,800. Let me do one thing. Let me do 0 here and add 2,800 here. Okay, so this makes it much better. So I'm actually giving everything back to them. Deduct 5% towards covering Milap expenses, optional. No, what? I'm going to put everything into education. Okay, I'm going to just stop my screen share for a second because I'm going to put some confidential information, but let me reshare it back as soon as I donate it right now. Okay, this is right now. Or else everyone will look at my credit card information and all that, or debit card information, and बस हो गया फिर खत्म. But it's a very nice thing to do, guys. I don't know how many of you all have done this in the past, but if you haven't done this in the past, it's completely fine because you're doing it right now, so there's no harm and no foul about it. See, the main thing is not about how much money you're donating or what you are doing. It's about your intention should be clear, right? Why are you doing this and for what are you doing this? If you know that the core intention is clear, then it is completely good. One second. ODB time. Okay. By the way, I need to do a separate video. Oh, this is done. Cool. So let me just screen share it back. Oh, that's quite fast. Okay. So guys, congratulations. This is the first UPI UPI limit gets blocked here after 1 lakh. Then the whole day if I have to do some UPI payment, it keeps saying so better not to do UPI. Okay, so let me just show you, right? Now it's very interesting, very nice, feels very good that today we have contributed 72,800 towards public education in Ladakh from 3 months of effort that we have been putting, where I come as a teacher and I educate all of you guys, right? I come and educate you guys as a teacher, and you guys are getting educated. YouTube is paying me money for that, and I take that money so that someone else can get educated also in life. This is not something that I'm doing out of glorified nature. This is something that I believe in, which I keep doing a lot. Whether it is this publicly or privately, I do a lot of education based help. Even for my maids who can't afford to pay their students education, I ensure that it's done because it's not a very big amount sometimes, right? And it's very nice to do it. You guys are a part of it. Some part of the 72,800, you guys are also there. If you have watched even one video, then you guys were a part of this, right? Please don't spam. Please don't spam. Okay. So amazing. This is done. Beautiful. Okay. So this is very nice. Thank you from Team Avalon. Okay. That's it. This is done. Finished. Closing this tab. Has it come? Has it reflected here though? Where did that go? Should have reflected here, right? Yeah, I think it's reflected here. Yeah, so it's here. So you guys can have a look at it. But again, slow claps to everyone, not only me. It's not me, it's for you guys. So even if you were, means 1,000 was a part, Harsha saying 1,000 is a part. I don't know what you're saying, but if you have, then yes, everything is there in this. So the total amount was 69,515. We put everything back. We put around 72,800 into this. So claps for everything, and hope somebody gets educated in Ladakh because of something that we are doing sitting so remotely in different parts of India. So this is crazy. Okay, done. Chalo, I'm just closing this, and I'm going to keep a track of this now. From this was quarter, what is this? September to December. And now we will start the Jan to March quarter. Okay, so Jan to March quarter, we will put it there again. Okay, next we will find every like this, every 3 months we will do. Okay, मैं सीख रहा हूँ, आप सीख रहे हो, कोई और बच्चा भी सीख रहा है. So it's great. Chalo, now let's go back to learning. Are you guys ready to go back to learning? Awesome. Chalo, let's begin. So what's been happening? Okay, now a lot of things, guys. It's been a while, so I want to come and give you guys some information, give you guys some gyan of what is going to happen in the next few months or in this year. First of all, I want to understand from your perspective, how many of y'all have actually made a plan for the year 2022? How many of y'all have made a plan for the year 2022? I want to understand from your perspective, right? The reason why I'm asking this is last year, 2021, I've been educating so much. I've been talking to you about everything, but 2022 is the year where now you guys should start killing it in life. And the reason why I'm saying year 2022, you guys should kill it in life, because this amazing euphoria that is there in the market where you're making money is going to end at the end of 2022. Okay, so 2022, you can consider it as maybe the last stage of, or the last year of a massive bull run. Why? Couple of reasons why, but I'll get into that. Now, I want to tell you guys a couple of things. Okay, let me open a, one second. Actually, no, let me just do something. Let me open a Word document because I want to show you some things that, one second, I just want to open something for you guys, right? Okay, see this, couple of things to look at. Okay, I'm going to type it here, so I want you guys to learn this properly when you guys are planning for 2022. First thing, okay, Fed rate is going to get hiked this year by a small amount, but it is starting. Okay, first thing, Fed rates are going to get hiked this year. Okay, please understand this. Now you'll be like, Shashank, usse hum log ko kya hai? Like, Fed rates are going to get hiked. How the hell do we care about Fed rates hiking or not? We don't care about it at all. But when Fed rate gets hiked, a lot of money leaves India. Thank you both of you thank you KK and thank you Vishal. This is a crazy cause, right? Now, when Fed rate gets hiked in this year, slowly the hike is happening, means what? Liquidity from the system is getting pulled out. As simple as that. Liquidity from the system will get pulled out. If Fed rate increases it, apna RBI is not going to sit behind. RBI will also change the interest rate. Okay, so what is Fed rates? A lot of people are asking. Just like how we have RBI here, which is the Central Bank of India, US has a Central Bank of US, right? Okay, the Fed, they call them. Now, Fed, what they do is, when there is too much inflation in the market, there is too much liquidity, too much rokada, too much cash in people's hands right now, what they do is, see, entire ecosystem of finance is like a tap. I've said this before. You open the tap, lot of money is flowing out. When they do this, they print money. Remember, they keep printing money, quantitative easing, right? They keep printing money a lot and pushing it into the system. So tap khol dete. When you print lot of money, everyone has lot of money. Everyone has spending going on. GST is going up. Taxes are going up. Everyone's paying a lot of taxes. Everyone's making money. The entire country is making money, but inflation is going up. That's the negative effect when the tap is open. Then when you can't keep the tap open forever because inflation will keep rising. So when the inflation goes up too much, which it has right now in inflation in US and in India, when inflation goes up too much, you have to switch off the tap, saying, okay, now whatever money is there, we're not going to print any more money. In fact, we're going to take some money back from the system. So when they switch off the tap, it is a reverse pull. Okay, the money goes getting sucked out of the system. Now that they can't switch off the tap instantly. Money they can print instantly, right? But they can't switch off the tap instantly. So what they do is they slowly, thoda, nala band karte rehte. They keep switching off the tap slowly, right? Now when they keep switching off the tap slowly, the market slowly starts becoming boring. Why? Because the liquidity in the system is not there. Everyone's not making money anymore. So this is going to happen for 1 year. This is going to happen for 1 year. So this 2022, I want you guys to please put in your head, plan the best that you can right now in 2022. After this, the market is going to be very thanda and boring. Okay, you'll get bored, trust me. So Fed rate hike is going to happen in 2022. One more thing is dollar is still high, okay, and will continue to grow higher in 2022. Okay. Second part, dollar is going to be high. It is currently high. What is the dollar rate? Dollar to INR rate is 74.47. If you look at the last 1 year, it is around this range. It will break 76 and go above this, right? Currently, India is controlling the dollar by buying a lot of dollar, but this will go up. Dollar will go to 7. Now, what happens when dollar goes up? Who wins? If dollar goes up, we did this logic, a lot of videos in the past. When the dollar rate goes up, IT industry does really well. Okay, export industries do well and IT industries do really well. Why do IT industries do well? Because most of the revenue is coming from Europe, most of the revenue is coming from USA, most of the revenue is coming from every other country, and IT stocks will do really well. Okay, so focus IT stocks. Okay, now one more trend that is happening, whenever IT stocks go up, okay, when the IT industry is minting money in the pocket, okay, IT professionals will start minting money also. Correct? Obviously, bonuses acha aata hai, people will start getting more salaries, hyped up salaries. In fact, now there is a startup boom also happening. Everyone's getting funded. So the amount of money in people's hand is higher. So what is happening with lot of money, lot of disposable income, okay? Lot of disposable income or extra income in people's hands is leading to real estate boom. Okay, and what do I mean by this? Residential projects, not commercial, are seeing massive demand, plus low interest rates on housing loan, plus low stamp duty. Okay, so this is happening. So again, real estate kicks here. Now, real estate, I'm not talking about commercial projects. I'm talking about residential projects. Okay, not commercial projects, residential projects. Now, if real estate goes up, okay, real estate goes up, then construction companies go up. Why construction not construction companies, but things that aid real estate. Things that aid real estate. Okay, what are they? What are they? Cool. That is your pipes, your cement, your acrylate type companies, pipe, cement, acrylate type companies. Steel slightly will go up. Steel, though, I'll tell you something else which is completely different. But all of these small, yes, paints, plywood, so many things. Okay, you know what goes into building a house: piping, cements, everything. Tuck, keeps going up, right? Now, all of these things are going to happen. This is also happening right now. And if you don't believe me, there was a recent article on money control. It was a beautiful article that was talking about everything that was happening. Last night, I was reading it at 2 in the morning, right? I don't know where that article went, but it was an amazing article. Okay, see, there's one about construction sector here, but let me try to find Indian economy to grow. That is great. Let me try to find that article. It was a beautiful article. Things to look at, something like that, right? If not, I'll just go to a main article and I'll show you what I mean. that article basically summed up everything that was going to happen in 2022. Basically, ऐसा वाला article था. It was summing up everything that was going on in 2022. I don't remember the name. I should have saved that article. But either which way, let me show you something, right? Let me just go to residential projects, stock market, or else I'll just get spammed like crazy, right? So affordable housing is anyway booming. Okay, let me check news. Where is this? Okay, I can't find that article, but I should have saved it. But it was a very good article that spoke about the residential space. See, okay, smart recovery of demand expected from residential as well as commercial segment. Okay, so residential segment is growing well, and a lot of companies in India, especially with the residential space, are doing really well. Number one, check history. No, I looked at it from my app, man, not from the phone. Either which way. So coming back to the point, real estate is going to do well. Now, every budget, when a country is in a growing economy, right? When a country is in this growing economy, when you look at a country and say this is a growing country, okay, and now they're spending more on growing, they're spending a lot on growing, the most important thing that they do to grow is do construction and projects. Okay, so national pipeline, there's something called as national infrastructure pipeline. Okay, so I think I showed that in one of the video. It's called National Infrastructure Pipeline, NIP. Now, National Infrastructure Pipeline is basically all the infrastructure projects that are there, how many projects are pending, how many are under development, how many are completed, what is going to happen. And depending on each sector, you can see what is happening right now, okay, in NIP. Now, why is this important? Why is this important? Okay, this is how I do my research, right? This is why I understand and try to connect the dots. I know for a fact that national infrastructure pipeline jo hai, okay, national infrastructure pipeline jo hai, eventually has to get done. Most of the big ones have to get done, right? If you look at transport, then you have logistics, right? In logistics, you have these two things. You have water and sanitization, you have energy, and budgets are allocated to all of these things, right? Commercial infrastructure, communication, but majority of the budget goes into transport. Now, what comes under transport? It's not your roads. It's not your roads, okay? So infrastructure, what I'm saying is infrastructure spending is going to be big in 2022 to 2023. Now, when I mean infrastructure, what do I mean by infrastructure? I'm talking about airports, I'm talking about power projects, okay? I'm talking about road infra, correct? Road infra, highways, I mean basically road infra / highways. Think how I'm thinking, right? Airports, they're going to do a lot. Anyway, a lot of airports are coming. New power projects are coming. New road infra, highway projects are coming. Energy segment is also going to, energy infrastructure is being built. Okay. Now, this has already been happening last year and we missed out this time. I missed it out. You guys didn't miss it out maybe. But last year, 2021, when that entire budget came out that we're going to do some crazy amount of spending, tabhi ye sab acha ho raha tha. Now let me recollect your memory. Okay. Yes, sports. Let me recollect your memory. Look at the funny part here, right? Now, remember airports, somebody has been winning a lot of things in the airports. Okay. I'm just showing you what has happened in the past. Adani won a lot of airport projects. In fact, Mumbai airport also he's taken off. Power projects. Who's been winning? Tata and Adani. Both of them have been winning. Road and infra projects. Soul and whole L&T has been winning this always. Energy. Again, Adani has been winning energy, right? A lot of projects are being won by Adani. Ports, don't even have to mention. Adani is killing it in the market. Gas lines also, Adani Gas killed it in the market, right? Now, Adani obviously won a lot of projects and it was not some news that, oh my God, it was so shocking. No, aisa nahi tha. It was expected that, okay, this is going to win. But a lot of the projects were going to these companies and this happened in 2021. 2021, this happened. 2020 to 2021, this happened. Now, when do we come to know when this is going to happen again? Or is this going to happen again? When do we come to know this? In February, when the budget comes out. Okay, in February, when the budget comes out, right? Look at how much emphasis is there on the budget. What is the emphasis? Sometimes they'll be like agriculture. Fine, that is fine. Do you see if they're spending a lot of money either in healthcare or they're spending a lot of money in infrastructure? If they're spending a lot of money in infrastructure, then you understand what is going to happen. Okay, instead of finding out who's going to win or what project is there, just go find out these 3 or 4 guys who are winning almost everything. Correct? Adani is winning almost everything, Tata is winning almost everything, L&T is winning almost everything. Road projects, so L&T only, everywhere it's L&T. Right? Now, budget ke time, put your lens, open your eyes, put your lens, because budget decides a rally for the next 2-3 months and decides which sector rallies for the next 2-3 months. That's why budget, it's the most boring thing you can watch. Don't watch the budget. Watch the budget highlights. Okay, वो Economic Times का article खोल के budget highlights पढ़ लो. Right? Because after the budget highlights, next day, sit and make a list of these are the 5 companies I think will do really well. Correct? So let's start going into that. So this is how I think, right? I'm looking at national infrastructure pipeline. I'm making a separate video on this, by the way, construction segment, full video I'm going to make. Okay, it's already ready actually. I have to just come live and shoot. Okay, so again, 2022 मैं बोल रहा हूँ. This is something that's going to do really well. Now, I want all of my audiences here. I want all of you guys to, okay, now if Fed rate is going to get hiked, okay, then can we say that USA market, okay, Nasdaq, will do better? Is it an assumption that if all the money or the FII money is going to leave India and leave other people, if it's all of these are big ifs, right? If this leaves India, it will go back to US, then US will have so much liquidity, stock prices might go up. So it is smart to do some allocation in USA, which I am doing from this year onwards. This is why I am doing it. I didn't do it last year. Why I didn't do it last year? Because India was doing beautiful. India is doing well. But now I know that India might finish thoda time ke baad, right? Now it's a good time to start hedging my bets and start investing little bit, not too much. Not too much. Still 60% allocation India only. 20% in US I want. Okay, remaining in crypto. 60% still in India. Some money in US, some money everywhere else, right? Now, so whatever happens, either which way, I'm safe on both sides. And US also, I'm not going to invest in some stupid companies. I'm going to invest in companies that have tested the time fundamentally strong and looking from a futuristic vision, right? Things like Nike, things like Intel, right? Intel chips, you have to be there. Whatever happens, Intel's going to be there for the next few years. AMD, Nvidia, sab rahega, right? So we will start that. Cool. So this is one more thing. Finally, these are all the things. Now in 2022, I want you guys to understand something very clearly. I want you guys to learn taxes. Okay. I would say this is number 1 priority for people. Okay. I want you guys to learn taxes. The reason why I want you guys to learn taxes, okay, the reason why I'm saying is because if you want to become rich in life, okay, always understand one thing. If you want to become rich in life, you need to know how the taxes work. I'm not saying evade tax, not at all. Pay your tax, whatever amount it is, you have to pay your tax, right? But I'm saying in 2022, understand how these taxes work. The reason why I'm saying understand how these taxes work is because you know that all of you guys, I don't know how many of you are salaried employee, okay? If you guys are salaried employee, let me tell you why. Salary employee, how much you're paying tax? Maybe 20%. If you are in that bad luck zone where you have reached 30%, great. If you are in the very rich man's tax, you'll be paying around 39%, something around this, right? You'll be paying so much. Okay. Now this is for salaried employee. You'll be paying a lot of money. Then you have deductions which help you out. Up to say 2 lakhs deductions plus 50,000 standard deduction is there. So understand this basics. You don't need to know more than this. Okay. 50,000 standard deduction, 2 lakh, which is 1.5 lakhs ATC, 1.5 lakh ATC, and medical expense, another 50k. You can do a 25k to 50k medical, right? Depending on how you're doing it, how you're structuring it. This much you understand. Now, let me tell you one thing, right? The reason why I'm saying understand taxes and make it, please understand, grill this in your head. A salaried employee pays 20%, 30%, much more than that, right? Do you know how much your passive income makes for you and how much you're taxed on your passive income, right? Your passive income, which is income that you are investing, okay, is taxed at 15% for short-term capital gains, yes, and 10% for long-term capital gains, right? 10% for long-term, 15% for short term. Now, the flow is, first I'm a salaried employee, I have to pay that 20-30%. Gaya, baad mein gaya, 20-30% finished, gone out of my bank account. Right? TDS, before, haath mein nahi aata hai, wo cut ke hi aata hai, right? It's fine. It's getting cut, it's coming to me. Now, if I take that money and invest in passive income schemes, long-term capital gain, if I keep it more than 1 year, it's 10% and short-term is 15%. But understand these taxes, because the money that your passive income generates for you is taxed less by design. And that is so smart. Understand this. And this is there right in front of your faces. It's not something new that I'm coming up and whipping a wand. But the reason why I invest so heavy, yes, up to 1 lakh no tax. Anurag, you're right. First 1 lakh not even taxed. Right? For LTCG only. First 1 lakh gains not taxed. Now, your passive income, that's why I keep saying no, save. Because the saving passive income, when you exit, you only pay 10% on this. So I would eventually want my passive income to be greater than my salaried income, right? Why do I want that? If like for example, passive income is greater than salaried income, then my effective tax rate goes down from 30 to 10. I'll be very happy. 30 to 10. The only way you can do that is you can keep investing a lot. Now, I don't know how many of you all are professionals here. Okay, how many of you all are professionals? I don't know whether you know what a professional means. Professionals are people like doctors, architects, designers, freelancers, right? I don't know how many of you all are that, freelancers and designers and all. How many of you all are there in this entire thing who are doing freelancing, who are doing some gigs? I'll tell you one hack for you guys as well. How many of you all are professionals, individual professionals? You guys are individual professionals. For individual professionals, you can literally pay half the tax amount. Okay, there is let me tell you what that is called. Let me just check. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. One sec. How many of you all are professionals? Oh yeah, it's here. Okay, freelancer here. Lot of guys are student. Basically, you're making money, not salaried income. Not salaried income. You are an individual, solopreneur. Okay, so you are an architect, maybe, or a designer, or a doctor. Yes, or something else. Not a salaried. I'm talking about professionals. Now, professionals by design up to 50 lakhs. Okay, you can pay 15% tax. I don't know how many of you even know this. Your CA would have told you, not told you, but there is something called Section 44 ADA. Okay, it is called Section 44 ADA. My God. Okay, and I use this also. So any brand income that I get, I don't pay 30% tax on it. I pay only 15% tax on it. Right? So Section 44 ADA basically says, I'll just give you a small brief of what it does. But this basically says that if you are a freelancer or a professional, okay, and if you make 50 lakh rupees in a year, okay, what they're saying is disclose this amount to me, which is Shashank. Okay, Shashank, please disclose this to the government that you made 50%, you made 50 lakh rupees, right? In a year, you made 50 lakh rupees. Please disclose it to me. I'll be like, okay, sir, disclosed. Okay, government, please understand I'm making 50. Government automatically says, if you disclose this to me under Section 44 ADA, I will assume 50% of that 50 lakhs is expenses. Directly, don't even show me. Don't even hisab kitab, don't show. I'm directly saying 50% is expenses. Now, remaining 25 lakhs, you pay me my 30% tax. So, automatically, your taxable income from 50 goes down to 25. Okay? Let me show that to you if you want. It's this. Section 44 ADA of income tax, presumptive taxation. Let me go down and show you. Eligible for professionals under 44 ADA. Any business that you have, any professional, okay, medical, technical, accountant, CA, okay, whatever. So basically here it says, the income of any professional under this section is considered to be 50% of total gross receipts or revenue for the year, and they usually assume that they do not incur any expenses. So basically, however, if they claim that their income is less than 50% and if the total exceeds the basic exemption limit, then it will be classified. It cannot be classified under this. So basically, it should not be over the exemption limit. It should be under the exemption limit, so approximately around 50 lakhs. Keep it at 50. If you're anything under 50 lakhs, you can directly disclose it to the government. Take 50% off discount from the government and then be very happy about it. And then you pay tax on the remaining amount. So this is one more, right? So this is why I'm saying, right, understand taxes, like drill it to your head in 2022. If you understand how taxes work, you will automatically save a lot of money. Always try to push passive income greater than salary income, because your effective tax rate goes down from 30 to 10. Okay, and in that 10 also you have like 1 lakh off, right? Up to 1 lakh off. First 1 lakh not gained. And this is only when you remove the money, passive income. Got it? So these are some important things. So again, what am I saying? IT stocks. Okay, which IT stocks? By the way, did you see recently what happened with TCS? Okay. Did you see what happened with TCS? TCS I am not understanding at all. I am mind blown. Okay. TCS basically came out with an article. Yesterday they announced that they're planning to consider a share buyback on January 12th worth 16,000 crores. Okay. The last buyback of the company was 16,000 crores, which happened exactly last year. And now they're doing another share buyback. Now I'll tell you why this is blowing my mind. First of all, they have a lot of money. So great. Second, it's blowing my mind because TCS is a company that's already trading at 3,853 rupees. Okay, it's trading at 3,853 rupees. Right now, if they're trading at 3,800 rupees, and look at TCS's chart. Let me just show you TCS chart. Wait, let me go here. Okay, TCS. See, if I show you max chart of TCS, obviously it's going to show an upward journey. If I show you last 5 years chart, TCS has always given returns. Okay, don't even put in your head TCS has not given returns. You can never go wrong with TCS. But TCS, what is share buyback? Someone is asking. Harsh is asking. So share buyback basically means TCS has a lot of money in their bank account. Now they're going to take some shares from the public and make it private, right? So they're going to buy some shares from the market, reducing the number of shares in the market. Cool. So that is what share buyback is. They're reducing the share in the market, which is a good sign, because when that happens, the liquidity in the market becomes lower, the demand for the share goes up, and the price of the share goes up. So look at this. It's already at 3,800. I thought they'll give bonus or they'll give a split to reduce the cost. Boss, 3,800 is very expensive, right? But no, they're doing buyback. This will make the price go up to 4,500, 5,000, right? This will keep... TCS will become like MRF tomorrow, and I'm sad because I want TCS. I don't want TCS to become like MRF tomorrow. It's a beautiful stock. It is a consistent wealth compounder throughout history. ऐसा कभी हुआ ही नहीं है in history that TCS has not given returns. Even at this rate, even after being a trillion market cap company, even after being 14 lakh crore market cap company, it is consistently growing. Right? It's just beautiful. It's one of those amazing stocks, right, which keep growing. And in fact, now because dollar rate is high, it is growing even more, right? So TCS is doing buyback. So whenever TCS does buyback, you see that other companies, companies like Infosys, they also did a buyback last year. As soon as TCS did a buyback, Infosys did a buyback as well, right? Got it? So a lot of these IT companies, you'll be like, maybe buyback kar raha hu. When I'm doing buyback, I also want to do buyback. I will do. Nobody is giving dividend. Everyone's doing buyback. Because it's smart, because I have too much money in my bank account. Let me just do a buyback. क्या पता ऐसा कभी time आएगा जिसमें IT will do really well. So you will see that maybe another company, either HCL or either Infosys, they will start doing buybacks, right? So keep an eye out for this. Okay, so I'm going to tell you all the stocks that to keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for Infosys and TCS and HCL, not so much. Wipro, you can keep an eye out because I got new management that has come inside, and Wipro is killing it. Like last 1 year, I think it was at 400, 500. Yeah, see this. It was at 400. And now it is at 711. Wipro's killing it since the last 1 year. New management has come in and they're doing a lot of good things. Okay, and slightly affordable also. For a lot of people who can't afford 3,800 or 1,800, this is slightly better. Yes, Persistent also I like. Personally, I like. Persistent is not a bad company at all. Persistent also is consistently slowly growing. But it's grown only this year. That's why I'm a little worried. I want something that's been growing constantly. I have bought what? I have Happiest Minds. I'm very happy with Happiest Minds. Hopefully this quarter it should do well and boost. And it's already given me 80% return, so I'm not too worried about Happiest Minds. We invested around 600 range, so we are very happy with Happiest Minds. So we're just waiting because it's consolidating for a long period of time. So we're just waiting for it to just do one breakout and boom, just go away. This is the highest point, right? So we're just waiting for it to breach 1,526. If it breaches that, it will break its all-time high and go up even more. So IT companies, yeah, definitely in focus because of that. Residential companies, which one do we check, right? First of all, there are a lot of cement companies. Cement companies are very fragmented. You can check it out. But pipe companies, you can look at. One is Astral, okay. One is Prince also, and the other one would be Apollo, APL Apollo. Don't need more. These three enough, right? These three enough. All have given good returns, consistent returns. Nothing is bad. All these three are good. KPIT, I'll tell you what, I'm not a very big fan of KPIT, man. Tanla, yes. Yes. Tanla, yes. It's already gone up too much. But the reason why I'll tell you I'm not a very big fan of KPIT is because there are better companies. Huh? Yeah, if I want to invest 711 rupees, I would rather invest in Wipro than KPIT. Same, no, how does it matter? You still want returns. 10%, 15%, 20%. You want returns, right? 20%, 30%, 40%. Returns in for Wipro will also give you. This also will give you. So why too much stress? This has more risk. That has less risk. Because this has not been a consistent performer. KPIT, no, it's not been a consistent performer. It's now performing right now. So IT, I would stick to the good ones. The main ones, I would say, right? Explio, yeah, Mad Rally, Mastech I still hold. Mastech also I'm very bullish on. But again, this is very risky. So don't put your eggs in this. But it's very risky. But this is something I'm still holding. I've picked up another small cap IT company. I'm not going to reveal that here because that's extremely risky. But if it works, right? So yeah, so from an IT perspective, I was talking about real estate projects. Real estate, you can look at the big guys. One is Shobha. Okay, so this is one that looks interesting. So Shobha you can look at, and the other one is say Prestige. Lodha I would slightly stay away. But building companies don't do really well, like don't do exceptionally well. That's the problem. So if you want to skip, I would suggest you skip builders and directly go for the pipe companies. They go for the cement companies. This one, right? Where did I put that? Okay, go for these pipe, cement, Acrysil, paints, plywood, paints. Just paints, though, don't even think, right? It's just Asian Paints, one and only. Remember, Asian Paints dropped one day to 2,500 once when that entire problem happened. It was at 2,500 and we said, boss, we're going to pick it up, and I put a video out. Asian Paints you can never go wrong. Stuff like Asian Paints, TCS, you can't go wrong. Right? Polycab, oh yes, wires, I forgot about wires. Beautiful catch, guys. Wires, you need wires, electrical for the entire house, right? So yes, Polycab is also, I think, near its breakout zone also right now, by the way. So Polycab also looks very interesting. It's very close to its break. It tried 3 times, it got resistance and came back down. If it breaks, boom, it's gonna go flying. Okay, because it's hit its resistance, it's hit its all-time high 3 times, and after that it will go shooting up, right? So all of these things. So that's why I'm saying it's not complicated when you're making a plan for 2022. It is not complicated. Havells, yes, Havells also good. So make a plan for 2022 and connect the dots in such a way where it's profitable for you. This is not rocket science. This is just looking around, look here, look there, connect the dots and figure out what is good, what is bad. Yeah. Banking companies, I'm still staying behind. I am not going into banking. Sorry, man. I am not confident about banking yet. That bad bank coming in and all that, I'm not too positive on banking companies. So I know housing finance companies are killing it right now, but I think I just want to stay away from it. It's fine. That's okay. A lot of people here look at Twitter and then come and put some stocks here. Harshad, you're looking at some guy on Twitter, Ward Wizard. Even I'm following him, so I know where this company is coming from. Don't get back-offied by these companies on Twitter because they sometimes put fake information. So don't get too overexcited about it, right? So don't do that. So 2022 ka plan clear hai? No issues. By the way, did you guys see the ebook that I had posted on the thing? All my small cases, everything I put in that ebook, I've kept it there only. So for all the people who want to check it out, can check it out. Okay. Next. Okay. So let's do one weekend research now. Let's do one stock weekend research. Please spam your stocks and we will do a research quite instantly right now. Chalo. सब ट्विटर देख के ये सब लोग को देख के 1000% रिटर्न्स देख के इधर आके बोलते हैं प्लीज डू रिसर्च. यू थिंक आई एम नॉट ऑन ट्विटर? यू थिंक आई डोंट फॉलो द सेम गाइज यू गाइज आर फॉलोइंग? I follow everything. I keep a track of everything that's happening in the space. Telegram, Twitter, sab kuch, everywhere I am. Pidilite is actually doing really well now. I had seen Pidilite going up 5% recently. Yeah. Pidilite is just broken its all-time high also. Pidilite is very good. This is also a consistent compounder. Beautiful, simple, peaceful, consistent compounder. ज़्यादा सोचने का नहीं types. Okay, so let's put the name of the stocks here. Suzlon Energy, just because it's trending on money control, you guys, kuch fundamentally horrible company, you guys want to look at it and be like, oh cool, this is awesome, right? So please don't guys, I'm not a guy who looks at penny stocks or who looks at stocks that have no fundamentals and will say go buy it, right? I'm only a guy who does fundamentally good stocks research. Chemical segment, Clean Science has done so well. Page industry, we didn't do page industry. Okay, interesting. Kaplan Point we have done long back, guys. Suzlon, TTML, ये सब यही है मतलब all 5 rupee stocks becoming 1500 rupee stocks and you guys are suddenly jumping because you guys missed the Tanla. I literally did last week, guys. Tanla is already a thumbs up from my end. Tanla was done last week. You guys can go check out Tanla, right? Rosari Biotech, KPIT I've done many times, I think. Tatva Chintan, okay. Two more. I need 2 more, guys. What is Shopify? Deepak Nitrite, I don't even have to do. I think I've done enough. Pix Transmission, RACL, both are doing well now, by the way. I don't know how many of you are still keeping it. Olectra, I did last week also. Olectra was literally last week. Thank you, Shubham. Oh, Shubham actually put that. Oh, okay. By the way, how many of you saw what happened with RBL Bank one day? Crazy nonsense was happening in RBL Bank also. Mad stuff. What else? One more. Tanla was good, man. Tanla is good. Don't even worry about Tanla. They're winning massive deals also. Jebel Foods, okay. Chalo. Done. Stop spamming. The list is out. The list is out, so you can stop spamming. Okay, but these are very important things, so please keep a track of this. Keep look at it. Understand what is going to happen in 2022 and see if you can take advantage. I'm going to take advantage of this. So I assume that you will be smart enough to take an advantage of such a situation, okay? Chalo. I have given you 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Please choose one option. We will do one because it's already 1 hour. So choose one. And I'm coming to my exhaustion point. But Pidilite is killing it. Last 1 year it's given 49% returns. Last in 25%, 24%. This is a beautiful, consistently consistent compounder. Sometimes I only forget what I put in my Super 25. Actually, I'm not at Super 25. Okay, everything seems to be pointing towards IDFC First Bank. So I think we're going to do IDFC First Bank. Oh yeah, I have Pidilite. Beautiful. Chalo. Let's go. Okay, IDFC First Bank is the game. Where is the ebook? It's there in my community tab. Just I'll put the link for the ebook in this description also, but it's there in the community tab. Let me fetch it for you. Lot of effort has gone into making this ebook, by the way. Okay, so it's IDFC First Bank, correct? I'm ending the poll. Also, the ebook is quite bigger. Like it's a very high quality ebook, so it'll take time to load. Do you have a Discord? Not yet. I have a community coming up. I will talk about that very soon. Next, I think in Feb I'm launching my web community for us to chill and relax and talk about 100 other things. Dota, I've quit Dota for a bit. काम पे ज़्यादा focus है अभी. Okay, चलो IDFC First Bank it is. Now, banking companies have a very different way of approaching stuff. Okay, first let's look at our basic principles. Let's look at max chart. So if you were to invest in IDFC Bank, you would have never made returns. First things first. If you had invested in IDFC Bank, you would have never made returns. Number one. Okay. So first of all, here only I would reject this entire thing, but I will still do the research because you need to understand how banks work. So from looking at this perspective, if you had invested at 66 rupees, you're at 49 rupees and you have never made any kind of gains at all in life. Okay. Number one. Number two, let's look at how banks are structured. Okay. Now, how do banks operate? You guys know, right? Banks basically operate by giving loans. Okay, they will give you loans. First, they will take deposits from you and give you some 4-5%. Then they will take that money, give it as a loan and take 10-15% from that. The difference between the two is their money, which is called net interest margin. Net interest margin. The margin of deposits versus margin of lending is called net interest margin. Okay. So that is, you need to understand some terms that are there in this, in the banking space. So net interest margin is basically the difference between the deposit which they have to pay you and the lending which they receive from other people. That's why lending is so important, because if they lend it to wrong people, deposit, so they have to always give you money. But if they lend it to the wrong people, then they don't get the money back, then it becomes a problem, right? So let's look at IDFC First Bank. I want to go directly to their investor presentation. Yes, let's go and check their investor presentation, because, and I'll teach you some of the new terms that you will see that are there only in banks. Okay, there are a lot of confusing things like, so net interest margin, I explained. Okay, so CASA ratio is current account savings account ratio. Okay, why is current account savings account ratio important? Because if I have more savings account, I have to give more deposits, whereas if I have more current accounts, I don't have to give a lot of deposit, right? I don't have to pay that deposit interest. So CASA ratio also, it's good to have a good ratio of savings versus current account. It shows the bank is quite stable with whatever it has, right? So this is what CASA ratio. CASA is current account savings account. Cool? Current account savings account. Next. Now, if you look at NII, net interest income, NII is nothing but the amount of money that I'm giving versus the amount of money that I'm getting. The same as margin, the income is called net interest income. You have net profit, you have profit before tax. You have CASA, which is important. Customer deposits is your more deposits, good for a bank. Why? Because I have more money now, which I can take and start lending it. But for banks, the most important thing to look at is the NPAs, okay, non-performing assets. That will tell you the asset quality, it's called. Okay, asset quality of a bank. What is asset quality of a bank? If I'm a bank and I'm giving it to a lot of people like Vijay Mallya, then I'm in a big issue, big problem for me. But if I'm a bank and I'm giving it to a lot of people like Shashank Udupa, who has a crazy, amazing credit score, then it is good. I want him to give to more people who are good instead of giving it to people who are not good. Right? So asset quality is very important for a bank. Now, asset quality is determined by two factors. One is GNPA and one is NNPA. Now, GNPA full form is gross non-performing asset. Non-performing asset is anyone who is not paying back their loans for a particular amount of time. Net non-performing asset is the same thing. Means it is gone into bad debt or bad loan. Okay. Now, ideally, the lower the percentage, the better it is. The lower, the better. So, lower GNPA is lower, NNPA is lower. Great. Higher means boss, तेरा बैंक में बहुत सारा problem है. You will see one big scam coming out. Okay, you will see a big scam coming out. So ideally it should reduce. Now, how to identify whether a bank is good or bad? So you need to look at the retail book. Okay, retail book basically says, where is this bank lending money? Is it lending money to individuals like Shashank? Is it lending money to corporates like is it lending to Kingfisher Airlines? Or is it lending to housing society? Okay, is it lending to those people, or is it giving a lot of business loans or working capital loans? Where is it giving a lot of money? Or is it giving a lot of automobile loan, vehicle loans? Maybe vehicle loans they're giving. So what is the bank giving? How much percentage is it giving to people like Shashank, which are individuals? Personal loan, chase sir, please sir, give me some personal loan. Or is it giving it to companies who are like, I want corporate loan or other things, right? So that is important. Why? Why is that important to look at? Because if majority of my money is being given to corporate loans, tomorrow recession aa gaya, what happens to your bank? Who's exposed? Finished, right? If majority of your bank is giving loans to the automobile sector and tomorrow automobile sector crashes, then suddenly you start getting affected because paisa nahi hai, right? So it is very interesting to understand where the bank is giving the money. Okay, so let's look at that, because credibility chi, I want the money back. How much? And by the way, there are another types of things: collateral backed loans and non-collateral backed loans, right? So collateral bank loans and non-collateral bank loans. So these two things are very, guys, please don't spam. I don't know why people keep spamming so much. It just irritates everyone. Okay. Now, very good question by Gaurav in the comment section. Gaurav is saying, what if any bank tries to hide their true NPAs in their result? Okay, Gaurav, very good question. In fact, this has happened also many times. Now, what happens is, I'll tell you what banks do. Okay, banks are also smart. So banks have to disclose their entire results not only to us, they have to disclose it to RBI also. RBI is like the father. Okay, danda leke, it is sitting with one stick. So the banks have to, so RBI, by the way, is monitoring every bank very closely now, so that scams don't happen. That is why I said, if you look at what happened with RBL Bank, suddenly RBL Bank's CEO was fired, and RBI came and RBI came and put their own director in RBL Bank, and everyone was like, dude, what the hell, right? If RBI has to come inside and they're firing someone and there's no news of any scam, then it is a big problem. Suddenly ऐसा आके निकाल दिया और अपना आदमी डाल दिया, मतलब कुछ तो problem था that they identified much before, so that's good. So the banks have to go and tell everything to RBI, okay? But you and I both know how we all behave when my father is sitting with a stick and you get bad marks. You know, thoda idhar udhar, you will do some gochi, right? You will try to show that the marks are good, or you will give some stupid excuse or a lame ass excuse, right? So sometimes banks do that. Banks which have lot of NPA, suddenly they'll be like, अरे यार बहुत लोग ने loan नहीं दिया, and have to disclose it this quarter. They'll purposely delay it and disclose in the next quarter. So some loans they'll disclose this quarter and then थोड़ा recover करेंगे and next quarter पे वो पुराना वाला loan दिखा देंगे, right? So ये सब small things keep happening. But that is why the indicator of 4.27% and 2.09% is important. So if you're talking about, can banks hide it? 100% they can hide it. They have hidden it. RBI sits there with one nice specs like this, just looking at all these banks and figuring out कौन ऐसा scam कर रहा है, right? And when they figure out, they take one stick and they come and throw the promoters out, and sometimes they throw them in jail only direct. You see DHFL, straight jail में बैठे आदमी. उधर से भी DHFL guy sitting in jail, he's like, I will come back and buy this bank again. I mean, it's insane. But this is होता रहता है banks में. It is something that we all know, right? So that is why what is India doing? Okay, first of all, understand this. Most of the scams that are happening, most of the scams happen in public sector banks. Okay, public sector banks where you see government employees, most of the scam happens there. Why? Because I have to become a friend. My best friend is going to be the loan manager. अच्छा, लोन मैनेजर को बोलता है, अच्छा सुनना, मेरा कंपनी में एक 30 करोड़ का लोन अप्रूव कर दे. He'll be like, okay sir, very good sir, oh very nice sir, 10% interest, yeah, 10, put 15% interest, but you approve 30 crore loan for me. Okay, so he'll be like, okay sir, thoda collateral, you know, can you give some girvi papers or whatever? He's like, no collateral and all. So then that guy will be like, sir, how can I give you without collateral? He's like, एक काम करता हूँ, दिवाली आ रहा है ना आपके लिए, I'll give you one nice 60-inch LCD screen worth 1 lakh or 2 lakhs. Now that 1-2 lakhs worth of TV, that guy will take, sign 30 crores ka loan, give it to you at whatever interest. I have no interest of giving that loan back. I will show that company went bankrupt. That company, subsidiary company went bankrupt. 30 crores has been transferred to the promoter's holding company somewhere else. And I am sitting in the Bahamas chilling with my hands like this, right? Very common. So this happens a lot in the public sector banks where they don't look at collateral too much. That is why you see all these, when scams come out, you will be like, how can you give Kingfisher so much loan? If I go ask for a loan, you will want my land papers, you will want my father's paper, mother's paper, my kidney papers, everything you want, right? But when these big people come, you don't ask for any papers. So collateral is very different for rich people, collateral is very different for middle class people. So ये सब गलत है, right? So Public sector banks, they have a lot of scam going on. So what the government is doing is they're trying to, all these small public sector banks, they're just trying to merge them and put them all under SBI. Okay, so SBI is just going and getting all these small banks getting merged into SBI. SBI, they have beautiful people sitting with SBI. It's like literally military people are sitting in SBI. SBI mein you can't do too much nonsense. Right, so SBI is just going and accumulating. Oh, ek aur bank mein bada scam ho gaya. Oh, one more guy went off to Maldives and he's chilling with the money. Chalo, I'm going to acquire you. So SBI will come acquire one more bank. And these banks you would have not heard of. It will be small bank. Bank of Trivandrum, Bank of Chittoor or something like that. So you start absorbing all those banks, which is good. So this year, I don't know how many of you know this, but Nirmala ma'am has also spoken about privatization of banks. Okay. And this will be there in the budget, by the way. I think there are few banks that they see. Finance Minister had announced that 2 public sector banks would be privatized in FY21 and FY22 apart from IDBI Bank. The government will first introduce the banking law of 2021, which was introduced in the parliament. December 14th, December 2021, they have spoken about 2 banks. And which banks they have not disclosed. Ye thoda secret rakha hai. But a lot of people are predicting, I think there was a prediction also that came out of which 2 banks. Okay, I think one was Canara Bank and one was some other bank. So I'm not sure, but there are rumors that it is 2 banks that is going to be privatized. We don't know which 2 banks these are, but it is a good news. It is a good news that 2 banks are being privatized. So we don't know which bank. So when we'll come to know now, budget ke time pe we will come to know who's getting privatized and who's not getting privatized, right? So this is what it is. Cool. Indian Overseas Bank, yeah, I mean, it's not confirmed yet. The news has not come out confirmed, so I'm not going to comment on it. But 2 banks are going to be privatized. So it's great. No problem at all. So that's what I'm saying. So coming back to the point, banks are very fragile to our ecosystem also because too many scams happen. Okay, now, lot of people say, right, Vijay Mallya took so much money and ran away. Nirav Modi did so much scam and ran away. These people did so much scam and ran away. Do you know how it affects the common man? Lot of people says public का पैसा लेके भाग गया. Okay, public का पैसा लेके भाग गया. Correct? You've heard this dialogue. He has taken the people's money and the run away. Right? Do you know how it affects us? In true sense, in real terms, let me teach you the way it affects us. First of all, people's money he has taken and run away is correct because it's our deposits that are going into the bank. Bank is taking that and giving it to all these people. He's taken it and run away. But have you noticed that if I want to go take my deposit, I can still take my deposit, right? Even though he's taken so much money away from SBI and run away. And not only him, there are so many other people who have defaulted on their loans. But if I go to my SBI bank account, I can still take my deposit out. So 2 things are happening here. One is banks keep something known as provisions. Okay, so this I'm just trying to teach you how banking system works, right? So banks keep something known as provision. It keeps provision for bad loans. So whatever money it has, some amount it keeps like this in the backup. You cannot touch it. It's a backup. It's a provision for some nonsense scam happening like this. And the second thing, you say, how does it affect the people? Because I can still go and take my deposit. Central banks will just print this extra money and give it to that camp, and this is called recapitalization of banks. Okay, so the central bank will just print more money. Acha, SBI kitna scam hua? Acha, 2000 crores. 1 minute. I'll give you, right? It'll just print 2000 crores, give it to the SBI bank account again. Finished, over. Now this, what happens, reduces your value of rupee, which leads to inflation, which leads to your dollar rate going up, which invariably comes and affects you through inflation. It doesn't affect your bank account. It doesn't affect your money. It affects you through inflation. So these are the things that are happening. Cool? Okay. Chalo, I hope you got a basic understanding of what banks work. So provisions are also very important from that perspective. Okay. So let's go down now. Let's look at what are the performance, summary of results. Net profit grew by 50% year-on-year basis, which is good. Profit before tax grew by 72%, which is also good. Net interest income grew by 27%. Great. NIM also increased to 5.76 compared to 4.91, which is also good. I want to see if the loan book is increasing or not, and GNPA is at 4.27 and 2.09. I want to see if this is grown or reduced in the last few things, right? Retail loan assets grew by 30%. Only positive things here. If it is so positive, so understand one more thing, guys. If everything is so positive in the results, so stock price, why is it not going up? Correct? Good question to ask. If it is so positive, why is the stock price not going up? So something's wrong. Let's figure out what is wrong. Okay. Itna acha hai. Everything is 30%, 20%, 40% up. then why are your money not going up? We'll understand. Okay, so provisions are here at 475 crores compared to 674 crores. 560 crores COVID provision, this is what I explained it to you guys, and carrying forward 165 crores another provision. This is something that the bank can't lose at all. Bank maintains its guidance of 2.5% credit loss as percentage of total funded assets. Okay, let me just go down. Okay, so we would like to further point out the cost of following drivers of profitability going forward. Legacy high cost of borrowings to run off. The bank is carrying 27,600 crores of legacy high cost borrowing, which is currently dragging the P&L by around 250 crores per quarter. These liabilities have reduced residual average maturity of 2.25 years. As these legacy borrowings mature and replaced by incremental low cost deposits and borrowings, this will gradually diminish and will add back to the core earnings. So they're saying Purana old ones, okay, their cost of borrowing was very high. In the past, they had given too much, and their guys, don't spam. We're doing it together. Don't worry, right? So the legacy high cost borrowings are basically, a lot of it is there, and it's carrying 27 crores of high cost borrowings before. So they're not making much revenue on it. Second problem, loss on retail liabilities. Since the bank is new and was a DFI, domestic financial institution, which was with a large loan book at merger, our CASA ratio was very low. The bank had to initially invest in setting up branches, ATMs, manpower, technology. Most of it has undertaken last 2 years. Since the merger in 2018, the bank has opened 393. Okay. The bank is incurring losses every quarter from the retail liabilities business segment to a tune of 325 crores per quarter. Okay. So there is massive loss, okay, in the retail liability part. Okay. As the bank scales up its retail liability business and utilize on cross-selling potentials going forward, the retail liabilities would reduce and the losses would reduce. ठीक है, time लगेगा इसका. Okay, it is not abhi, but time लगेगा, right? Investment in setting up credit card business. This is very interesting. This I like. Why do I like investment in credit card business? Because this is something that is low cost, gives high returns. Okay, easy to set up, not too much expenses, high returns. It's easier than setting up an entire bank branch, right? So credit card business is very good. So the credit card business had a successful launch, etc., etc. So credit card business will do well. They've already issued 4 lakh credit cards since Jan 2021. We expect the business to break even in due course. So their loss here also, okay, loss from this business at the stage of 75 crores per quarter. So you understand why the bank is not going up, right? The reason why the stock price is not going up, because it's not very fundamentally strong. There's too many problems. Let's go down. The bank continues to have strong posted growth. This I'm not too worried about. I'm just going to go down. CASA ratio is good. Total funded assets grew. I want to see where have you given the money. Okay. Okay. See this. So retail loan book. Retail is retail investors like me and you. Okay. So retail loan book has increased. So ideally for every bank, you want the loan book to constantly keep increasing. Why? Because if the loans increase, then the revenue potential for the bank also increases, because उन लोग का सब margin पे चलते हैं, right? 1000 crores, I get 10%, great. So much revenue I have, 100 crores. If I do 10,000 crores, then I have 1000 crores. So it's always on the margin business, okay? Now you want this thing to keep growing. The year-on-year growth of retail loan book was 30%, including emergency credit guarantee line loan book of 1,500 crores. Retail book grew by 7%. Okay. The growth, okay, look at this, guys. Please understand this. The growth of retail loans has largely been driven by the home loan book. Very interesting. Home loan book has grown by 46%. The number of people buying homes right now have gone up to a very big number. So obviously the number of people taking home loans are higher. So when home industry or the real estate industry is booming, the banks will automatically see a cascading effect. So with economy gradually opening up, the demand for new home purchase has fueled the growth of home loans across the industry. So that is why now look at this, boys. 46% has grown year on year basis, and the retail book has largely been driven by home loan book. Now this is again not something that's going to continue for a long period of time. Ek aur saal, and this will also gradually die down. So after 1 year, this will also die down. Then this will get affected. So currently they're booming on the loan book, right? And here also wholesale loan book is through infrastructure loan book. Legacy run off the book. Infrastructure loan book is going on right now, and non-infra corporate loans are also going on. So coming back to the GNPA and NNPA, this is important. This is very important. Let's look at this. Now, one sec. GNPA and NNPA important. June, September, March 19. Okay. So it was at 2.26, became 4.01 post-COVID, pre-COVID and post-COVID. So post-COVID, obviously it became bad. During COVID, 3.86, now 3.84, 3.45. So it's reducing. It was actually much lower, but it's now reducing a lot. So this is a good sign. This reduction is a very good sign. GNPA here is also reducing, good sign. What the hell? Okay, in GNPA here has gone from 5% to 15% in infrastructure loan book. Okay, that means 15% of the people are not paying money back. Okay, and this is massive. This is stupid, right? That means this is clearly not working. The loans that they're giving to the infrastructure book, which is right here, is not doing really well, and this is nonsense, right? Again, this is also not going down. So total is, again, it's getting skewed because of this one math. Both of this is performing well. This is performing terrible right now. And look at the NPAs also. NNPAs, 9.89%. It's massive. It's massive loss. Okay, so this is not good. So one infrastructure loan, Mumbai Toll Road, had become NPA during the last quarter of FY22. The account continued to pay its dues partially and the principal outstanding of 16 crores during the quarter to 838 crores of September. So a lot of problems they're saying. Okay, now I don't need to go more deep into this. I think I have understood the entire gist of it. So just to give you guys an overview of this entire bank, the stock price says it all. Okay, now I would not suggest this, to be honest, not at all. I think this has another 2-3 years more to go. Right? I think it needs 2-3 years more to get everything in order, get its house in order, get its shit in place. After 2-3 years, when it's moving towards profitability, then I would say, okay, then you can go invest. But right now, I would not touch this bank. And there are much better banks with better NPA, better stuff, right? If you look at ICICI Bank, it's doing really well right now. It's slightly 793 rupees, but ICICI Bank is doing well. HDFC Bank anyway is always there doing well. Apart from this, Kotak Bank is also very good. I would not touch the IDFCs and the Yes Banks of the world, man. It needs time. 2-3 saal lagega, right? After 2-3 years, see, the numbers don't lie. Whatever you do, the numbers don't lie. They're clearly saying I have lost here, I have lost here, I have lost here, I have lost here, and आगे जाके profit होगा. So आगे जाके जब profit होगा, तो तभी you start investing. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? It's better to invest at some little later time, and you'll be like, no, Shashank, now it's 49 rupees, then it will become 80 rupees. Why should I invest that time? Why can't I invest now? Because you're offsetting your risk, right? Imagine you invest at 49 rupees and it goes down to 7 rupees like Yes Bank. Then what you will do? Who's better? Who's not better? So ideally just invest in banks that are little fundamentally strong, right? And then start investing from that perspective. Don't invest right now in that hurry-burry. So I would say no, this is not something. Darshan is saying Kajaria ceramics should be on your watch list. Yeah, why not? Ceramics will also do well. And I don't know that industry, I haven't checked. Maybe next weekend research we can do Kajaria and do a proper research on Kajaria as well. Yeah? Okay. So yeah, I hope you understood how we analyze banks or how banks are usually looked at from an outside perspective and why I stay away from banks. This is the reason why I do not invest in banks a lot. Because there's too much nonsense happening behind the curtain that मेरे को दिखता नहीं है. And lot of ऐसा hiding होता है banks में. So I don't like, suddenly कल एक और scam आ जाता है. One more scam comes there, one more scam comes there. I don't like only banks. Right? There are much better companies for me to invest. I'll go put my money there. That's why I love IT. IT. Right, best it is. For me, IT is my favorite sector. Second is chemical sector. Two banks I love so much. Other banks, bank sector I don't touch. Financial sector I just leave it because financial sector में बहुत ऐसा अंदर होता है. Put everything on the blockchain, make it public. Then I'll start investing in the banking sector. Until that, I'm not going to invest. Yeah. Okay. I'm tired. So exhausted. Okay, guys. So this was basically our weekend research schemes. Just summing it up. We did 3 things today. One, in the start of the video, we donated approximately 72,800 rupees to a school in Ladakh so that they can teach people. Number 1. Second, I did a small list of all the things to look at in 2022. So me and you are now on the same page. I'm showing you how I connect the dots. So please see how you can do much more than what I'm doing. Maybe my scope is limited. Maybe your scope is much broader. You can find more dots and connect it. Come and tell me in the chat here, and then we will both benefit from it. That's why I said stock market is not a game where I win and you lose. It is a game where both of us will win together. हाथ पकड़ के ऊपर जाएंगे, right? So that is there, number 2. And number 3, we did a quick review of IDFC First Bank, and my review would be thumbs down for this. right? So this were the 3 things that we did in the weekend research. See, I plan on playing Gods Unchained. I am actually playing a lot of Gods Unchained. But yeah, so this was a nice 1.5 hour episode between me and you. I hope you guys had a great time. Kudos to what we're doing here. It is a great thing that we're doing here. We're learning. Me and you are learning. You're learning. I'm learning. And someone else is going to learn as well. Okay, please share your ebook. The link is right here above. You can check the thing. I'll put it in the description below as well. This is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. Okay, this week, what am I going to do? Come and talk about, right? Let me tell you what I'm going to do this coming week. Matlab Monday onwards. Pehla, I'm going to do a video. Wait 1 second, I'll tell you what I'm doing. एक EV sector update I'm going to do. There's 3 blockchain protocols I'm bullish on. I'm also going to do a quick video on how I get basically free flight tickets and upgrades. So I'm going to do a quick video on how I use my credit cards to get free tickets. So that's great. And I'm also going to talk about the national infrastructure pipeline and what are the stocks you should look at if a construction boom happens. All these are ready. I'm just going to come live and do it with you guys in Jan. Okay. Chalo. Awesome. Anything else? Let me know in the comment section below. Sushil is asking why Meta app isn't working. We shut it down, man. It's not working because it's off. It's over. That's it. Okay. So guys, this is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. I hope you guys had a great time. Love you guys. Take care and have a great weekend. Please stay safe. Okay. Yeah. And US stocks I'm doing it later, not now. This I'm talking about next week. Cool. Chalo. Awesome. This is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. Take care. Bye bye.